Being in Zep has just given me so many opportunities that I really honestly didn't think that I would have, when I started this journey out 2 years ago. The reason that I'm in Zep is because I am collaborating with a YouTube channel called Zeppelin Travels, which they provided me with the van, and in return I am filming and vlogging my travels and my everyday life and what I do. Been in here for about over 3.5 months, and I've absolutely loved it. Alaska is like a playground. I've been hiking, I've been hunting a couple times, did a bunch of salmon fishing. It's world class here, absolutely beautiful. This place is just mind-blowing. All right, what's up guys? This is Brad again. I know you've seen me on some other videos, but this time I'm gonna show you what I've been living in the last 3 months, and I'll be in for the next 3 months. This is Zeppelin. This is a 1990 Dodge Xplorer van. It's gnarly, it's awesome. It's got plenty of room on the inside, and let's go check it out. All right, well, welcome inside Zeppelin. The first thing you notice when you come in is this table. I spend a lot of my time right here in this seat as I work on the road. I usually just pull my computer out here and work. So this is like a mixture between my living room, kitchen, dining room, table, office, all right here. And then going around, this is my water. I keep my water here. It does have a water tank with the van, but the pump isn't working and I just haven't gotten around to fixing the pump. So I just use this 5-gallon water bucket. It lasts me about 5 days. Fill it up every so often. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't bother me that much. This is my catch-all. Literally everything goes in here, from books, tools, coffee makers, anything that goes in here. I just kind of throw it all in the catch-all right here. It's kind of my go-to. Just take it out of your pockets or whatever and throw it in there. And then this crate right here, this is my call this my AV department. This is where I keep all my computers, hard drives, cameras, all my equipment that I use to film and take photos and edit and all that stuff. So all that sits in here, and it's right here because it's cool. I can just pull my computer out and set it down, get to work. When I'm done, put it right back away. And there's a little lip right here that keeps the crate from sliding around, so it keeps it nice and safe. Right up here above here is another metal drawer that it's just kind of like a junk drawer. It's a mixture between paper plates, books, mixed nuts, my kettle, fishing gear, more food, more supplies, medicine. It's just kind of a junk cabinet, as you will. Still in this area, we have these cabinets. They do lift up. There's storage underneath them. Under this one, I have 2 batteries that are connected to solar. I have 150 watt solar panel upstairs on the roof, and then it's connected to this little inverter that I have. It's I think a 400 watt inverter that I picked up at the hardware store here in Alaska. When you're out in the towns in Alaska, you don't have a huge selection of what you can get, so it's kind of like you either wait 3 weeks for a shipment to come in, or you just go and grab what you can at the hardware store. So, and then this one right here has storage underneath it as well. It's mostly just tools and miscellaneous things that I don't need all the time, just kind of get tossed down there. Up here, throughout the whole van, and the whole sides of the vans have these little catch-all cabinets. Again, I'm not the most organized human being, so just stuff gets thrown up there. I have organized chaos is what I call it. I know where everything is, but there's really no rhyme or reason why it's there. So this is the kitchen. It's right across from where my office and dinner table. It has a 2-burner stove, all propane. I do a lot of cooking. I cook just about every day because eating out in Alaska is very expensive. So the best way to save money in Alaska is to cook, and so I cook a lot because I'm kind of always on a budget. It's the best way to live on the road and to save and invest in other things. So I cook a lot, as much as I can. So this is my stove. This is just a cover to keep it while I'm driving. And then underneath the stove is a propane fridge. It's got this cool stainless steel rustic look. It shows the age of the van. Unfortunately, right now, the fridge, I haven't been able to get it work. It worked for about 2.5 months, and then about 2 weeks ago it stopped working. So kind of sucks because I can't keep fresh food with me all the time, but I make do, it works. And then I've got a sink here. There's a little cover, so I use this to kind of like prep for food and whatnot. And then when I need to clean dishes, I drop them in the sink and clean them there. Since the faucet in the water pump doesn't work, I usually just grab the jug, throw it up here, and then wash dishes that way, and it goes right out. This is where I keep, you know, spices and food, tea. This is kind of just like when I'm cooking and I just need to throw stuff in there. That's where that goes. Up here, this is the paper towel holder. So I just slip on the paper towels and they stay right there. I do put sometimes paper bags to kind of keep it from rolling down, because the other day I didn't have that there and the wind took it and sucked the entire roll out the window. And so I caught it, and I just had this like big mess of paper towels. So I keep something in there to keep it from blowing out. One of the coolest things about the kitchen is I could stand up and cook, and I could stand up and walk through the van. The way that this has been built is they like dropped the floor underneath the van around the drivetrain, so it gives you an extra like foot and a half to stand up. And I'm 6 feet, and my head touches the roof when I stand up straight, so it's perfect for me. It's never been an issue. Sometimes I hit my head on these screws, but for the most part, it's great. So I have Reflectix here because this is just plain aluminum, and it gets really cold in here, so it keeps your feet warm. Probably should put a piece of wood on there, but haven't gotten there yet. All right, so this is what I call the hallway. Leads from the bedroom to the kitchen area. There's so much storage in this van. Like, there's almost too much storage. I have to just like randomly throw things around because I don't have enough stuff to fill all the space. So here is where I keep my food, mostly dry goods, condiments, all that jazz. That all goes in here. And here is my utensils, like recycled plastic bags, napkins, and all that jazz. Right in here is, this is my other junk drawer. This is all mostly fishing stuff. So I've got like flies, reels, hooks, fishing tackle. So this is like my fishing tackle box. I think there might be some camera lenses in there or something too, but for the most part, this is my fishing drawer. So everything stays in there. Here's a closet. I don't really put clothes in here other than up here. I put a little bit of clothes, but this is where I keep like my secondary backpack, some rubber boots, some extra camera equipment in here that I don't need all the time. That stays in there, and just stuff that I don't go and get all the time, that stays. This is a Bluetti power bank. It's a lithium battery. I think it's got like crazy amounts of amp hours. I think it's like 240 amp hours on this thing. It's made by Max Oak. This thing's been great. It's got, on this side, it's got 120 AC power, and then on the other side we've got like DC power and 12 volts, so I can like plug in my phone, my iPad, everything right up here. I've really never run out of power while being in the van with, you know, charging camera equipment, charging computers and iPad and staying on that. So like my power system in here, probably not the most ideal. There's different fixes that I can make on it, but it works. I've had power and I'm not living in the dark ages. Welcome to the bedroom. This is my bed. Funny story. So when I ordered the mattress, I asked Chris, who owns the van and owns the channel that I'm filming for, hey, what size bed fits in the bedroom area so I can have a bed? And he goes, it's a full size. It's a full size mattress. Get a full size mattress. Well, I don't know if you can see, but this is a full size mattress and it like does not fit. So there's like a huge ramp here. I think this side sticks up a little bit. This over here sticks up a little bit. So I would definitely get a mattress smaller than a full size for this area. I made do. It works. It's not the most ideal situation, but I got this on Amazon. It was like 150 bucks, and it's very comfortable. Again, around the edges, we've got these cabinets. I put my clothes in there. Like this side is my shirts. I put a sleeping bag up here, some extra clothes, just some random stuff up on that side, and then this side is like my shorts and pants. Nothing too exciting, just a little bit of storage to hold all my clothes. And then on this side of the bedroom, we've got crate system here. So this crate is mostly just like my jackets and rain gear. I just mostly just throw all that and shove that in there. And then this crate has been turned into my dirty clothes basket. So underneath here is my bedroom toilet. That's what I call it because it's pretty much in my bedroom. But it's a Nature's Head composting toilet, and it's the only place in the van that this would fit. But honestly, this thing does not smell and it does not get gross. And if you do everything the way it's supposed to, like I have a little vent that runs up to the top here, and then I plug it into the Bluetti and to turn the fan on after I use it, and it sucks all the smelly air out, and it works the way it's supposed to. It's great. It's better than having to go dig a hole in the woods. I promise you that, because that's what I did for like the first 2 weeks that I was in the van, 3 weeks in the van, because the toilet hadn't come in yet. And this is luxury. This is like a king's throne right here. This thing gets probably 10 miles of the gallon, and it squeaks and creaks going down the road, but it's gotten me everywhere I needed to go. It's given me some scares, but this thing just keeps on chugging along. I describe it as like it's an old tractor. All right, as you can see, Zep has one of the most beautiful, pristine paint jobs of any vehicle in the world. It's this really matte black, rusty silver color, straight from the factory. This is exactly what you want in a paint job. Out here we've got an old busted furnace that doesn't work anymore. The vent for the stove that doesn't work anymore. This is where you put the water in that I have a pump for that doesn't work anymore. And then this is my LP gas. Not sure how big it is. I think it's 20 pounds or ever how much, I don't really know, but I filled it up twice since I've been here and it gets the job done. So here's the back. I think the previous owner put like so much gunk in here because I think it was leaking water. And on both sides, all the external windows have this on them, so you can't really open and close them because he's just sealed them up because he was tired of water getting in there. And then down here is the trunk, but I keep outdoor supplies in there. I keep all my camping gears under here, my backpack and my backpacking backpack and all that. Just like, this is the toy drawer. It's the garage, that's what I call it. So here's the roof rack. This is where I repurposed the crates that I pulled out from in the shelves. It mainly holds firewood, extra water, just in case I need it. I mostly just use this water to put out fires when I have them. So yeah, this stays up here. I did add this piece of plywood to the build. It was a scrap piece of plywood that a friend of mine had that just gave to me. So I stuck it up here with some U-bolts, and this thing has been great because it was really hard to walk up here and enjoy the roof rack without this piece of plywood. So that was one of my favorite additions that I've done to the van, was this, because I can come up here, I like stand up here and take photos. If I need to get something off the roof, like extra gas or the firewood, it makes it easy to walk around on here and you're not walking around on the bars. This is the solar panel. I think it's 150 watts. And then I've got a spare tire up here. I've also got a secondary tire that's not the right size for the van that's up here. Not sure why, but it came with it. Haven't got rid of it. I think it's a brand new tire, so if you need one, hit me up. I got one for sale. It's a 22.5 55 R17, so free tire or cheap tire, let me know. Come get it if you're in Alaska. This is the area where the generator goes that doesn't work. Again, all the gunk around the windows, it keeps it from leaking and opening and closing, which honestly I'd rather have a window that doesn't open and close than a window that leaks. This is the water heater, again, which doesn't work, and probably the most recognizable feature of Zep is the Zeppelin plate. It's got the Led Zeppelin Zephyr and the Led Zeppelin font, and it's on both sides underneath the solar panel. And I get people all the time like, yeah, Zeppelin, woo, all the time. So it's super funny, and that's a cool conversation piece that a lot of people like. It's a beast that gets down the road, and that's the external part of Zep. So I started traveling full-time 2 years ago because of photography. Photography is my passion. It's my dream to do photography full-time and make my money 100% with my camera traveling. My art has just gotten significantly better, and my career has grown every day. I'm still not to the point that I want to be, but I'll get there. You don't have to have the Sprinter van. You don't have to have the following on Instagram to be able to go do these things. Like, I left Florida with $200 in my bank account and a Kia Sportage, and I just sent it and I made it work. Living tiny has been not only a crazy adventure, but it's been life-changing. I've met so many amazing people. If you want to do it, just do it. Like, that's all it really takes. It doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't take a big thing. It's just like, takes determination, taking that leap, and just doing it. So I'll be in Zep for another 3 months, I would say, and then I'll be passing Zep on to another lucky traveler. So if you want to get on the road and travel and film and make money traveling and see if you like the van life lifestyle, let me know. Go on zeptravels.com, contact them, and you might be right here in this seat next. So if you want to find me on social media, my Instagram is @theaveragebrad. My YouTube channel is The Average Sportage. Those are my 2 platforms that you can follow me. Also, I've got a website, bradboothmedia.com or bradboothphotography.com if you really want to support. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have all that like stuff. I don't want donations. Buy a print, and that's how you can support me and support others on the road, is buying their art. I really want everybody out there that wants to follow the dream to do it, because it's totally, totally, totally doable.